Hello there, John Coturillo here, the counsellor of your listener. Thank you for joining me for this episode. Today I'm going to be making some observations about the corporate ethos and corporate life. Now, as per usual, this is not advice in any way. I'm not going to be referring to any parties in particular. This is a set of general observations. If you have concerns of any nature, please seek professional advice. And also don't take this as an indication of what you should or shouldn't believe. But I'd like to give a perspective on this because I'm someone who's particularly passionate about enterprise. Enterprise does not have to simply be about making money. Yes, making money is incredibly important and we need to have a good relationship with it, and we need to understand that we live in an economy in which if we're able to earn a living, we should be earning a living, but enterprise can be used for the greater good, and we can pursue enterprise with excellence and with a social conscience and still make money, but also benefit society at large, or at least other people. So as you can imagine, sometimes what presents as the corporate ethos can be extremely disheartening. I've bore witness to numerous stories and witnessed firsthand how the corporate ethos can manifest, and it's usually not particularly favourable. Which is not to say that there aren't large companies that aren't ethical. I've dealt with large companies before which do have a solid sense of ethics, and I absolutely applaud them for that. And it's not to say that you shouldn't support a company just because they're large, if they're legal, ethical, and providing you with exactly what you need. This is just a general set of observations. Something to understand about what becomes popular in society is that what is popular isn't necessarily what's true or what's of the greatest quality. The reason that ideas or phenomena become popular is because they resonate with people's emotions and people react to them in a way that is favourable to the individual and to the person who is trying to persuade them. Larger businesses have larger budgets. That makes them more convenient for people to access in a number of ways. They can advertise in more locations, which means it's more convenient for people to know about them. People don't have to research what businesses exist. They know what businesses exist by what they see on television or read in magazines. They have more locations for people to access. They have a wider range of products and services. They can price their products and services at a more affordable point. Often because the human mind seeks simplicity in a complex world, anything that can make life easier, we often accept without thinking. So if we need something and we know that a particular business exists and on face value it seems like it offers us exactly what we need, even if our knowledge of what we need for a specific purpose isn't that great, the mind often takes mental shortcuts and thinks, that'll do, we'll just go with it. And because of how the mind works, people also often don't think twice about what to do when something goes wrong. For example, if somebody buys something cheap off of a large online retailer and it breaks on the first day of usage, despite the fact that the law may provide for their right for a refund, they may not even bother with the refund process thinking, oh, it'll never get anywhere, or oh, it's only cheap, I won't bother. Unfortunately, corporations take advantage of these deficits in thinking that people experience, and I'm not stigmatizing people. We're all human, we're all imperfect. But by being more aware of these ways that our minds work, we can actually make more informed choices. Which is not to say that you should change what you do, but just think more deeply about what you do. Thinking deeply doesn't hurt. There are a number of problematic trends that I've seen in the corporate space. Some of these I may discuss more in future episodes, but one of them is a fake social conscious. They may make slogans to do with social justice initiatives, or they may claim we're all about good customer service and good quality. But then you look at a lot of these businesses and they stock products of similar quality. They have inflexible policies about how they conduct business with their clients. From the perspective of staff members, even though they say we care for our staff, often when a staff member raises issues, the company raises issues back with them. So they can wave social justice flags all they want. Slogans mean nothing unless you actually translate them into actions, and yet we constantly get fooled by companies that say we care about society when actually it's just a way to get you to think that they care. Another issue I've found is in their hiring ethos. They will always state we're looking for people with good work ethics, but then you look at the people on the ground and a lot of them just don't care about providing good customer service. They take example from the people around them. They see their colleagues not putting their heart and soul into their work, so they think, well, I can get away with not putting my heart and soul into my work. And so they do the bare minimum just to get paid. Does the company sack them? Not necessarily, because a lot of people accept it without questioning it. They think this is what happens in a corporate business. Why should I complain about the level of service I'm getting? And nothing changes. Or alternatively, they might hire people who do have strong passions and ambition, and when they start to show that passion and ambition, other people start to get jealous. They start to scorn at the new young upstart who has all these opportunities that I didn't have, and they start to bully them. They start to try to demotivate them, make them feel small, because they don't like being shown out by the newcomer. In reality, if you want to be better, it's your choice to be better. Seek improvement. It's possible. And then those newcomers who do have a lot of potential either retreat and start to lose quality in their work because they become disheartened, or they just leave. For these companies, what's profitable is doing the bare minimum to prevent people from spending the effort to look elsewhere. So they hire cheap labour, and they want people who are compliant and don't independently think, so that nobody questions the bad ethics. And the systems are rigid because those systems are cheap, and it's a cycle. They don't take responsibility for really training their staff properly. The staff don't care about it because they're getting paid anyway. Doing the bare minimum to get paid saves precious effort. We accept it because we're too busy to research alternative businesses at which we can shop, or we don't bother to think of any other solutions. Corporate executives know this, and they play on the mental shortcuts people take, and the cycle continues. But if you're not happy with the service you're receiving somewhere, we have this fantastic technology called the internet. Research alternatives. Okay? Understand what you need in life and research. Ask questions. Ask other people, where do you seek goods and services? What do you need? What do you like about this business or that business? Who gives you good service? Conduct your research. Not only will you be happier, but you'll also be giving your money to people who have actually put in the effort to earn it. Everyone wins. Now, I'm not suggesting that this is a simple fix-all. Again, there's always going to be ambiguities, but I tend to find that a lot of people tend to take the easy way without necessarily having a good reason for it. You can make choices. You can conduct research. You can think about things. You can think about how you live your life on a daily basis. You don't have to just go with the status quo. And to those in the corporates, something I often say is an entire organization put a man on the moon and return them to Earth in one piece, and they live to tell the tale. If mankind is capable of doing that, don't you think that within the confines of just one company, you could put in the effort to really transform your corporate ethos into something that people will genuinely admire? Because over time what will happen is people will appreciate it and they will continue going to you. It'll strengthen your goodwill. Yes, it costs money. Yes, it costs time. Yes, it costs effort. But corporate executives are individuals themselves. How would they feel if they were receiving poor service elsewhere? Would you be complaining the same way that customers are complaining about your business? You have to spend money, time and effort to make money and to earn goodwill. Goodwill is incredibly difficult to quantify, by the way. It's difficult to earn, but extremely easy to lose. It's possible to make a difference. How you do that is up to you. Talk to people, ask them what's possible. I'm sure you'll find that there's at least something you can do. So thank you for joining me on today's episode. As I said, I'm not an advisor on these matters, so if you have concerns or you want to improve your own business, please seek advice from a professional. I'm just here to share perspectives and to really expand people's philosophical minds so that they can be more critical consumers of the information around them. If you have an opinion on what I've discussed today, or alternatively, you'd like to appear on the show with me, or you're a host and you'd like to collaborate with me, whoever you are, feel free to contact me. I'd love to hear from you. And until next time, take care.